Let's talk about the driving test. It can be pretty nerve-wracking, so good prep is key. We've taken our ultimate guide, which you can find in the video description, and broken it down into 6 bite-sized chunks. Here's how it all works. Part 1. Choosing your car. Take your test in a car that you're familiar with. Your instructor's car would be good, or you can use your own. If you use your car, it must be taxed, have a valid warranty and MOT, not display any dashboard warning lights, have a legal tread depth on all tyres, be able to reach speeds of at least 62 miles per hour, be smoke-free, have L plates, be fitted with an extra internal driving test mirror, and if you have a dash cam fitted, it cannot record video or audio inside the vehicle. Here's some other handy tips for preparing your car. Ensure you have plenty of fuel, top up the oil and water, clean the mirrors and windows, inside and out, make sure your passenger seat is clean with an empty footwell, remove any rubbish, wash your exterior lights and number plate. Part 2. What to bring to your driving test. Don't face the nightmare of a test cancellation because you forgot the paperwork. Make sure you bring your provisional license, a valid passport if your provisional license is paper, your theory test pass certificate, and glasses or contact lenses if you need them. Part 3. Feeling comfortable. If you'd like someone to accompany you during the driving test, your driving instructor or a friend can sit quietly in the back seat. Wear comfortable clothes and choose your shoes carefully, focusing on the heel and toe. You don't want your foot to slip off the clutch and cause the car to stall. Don't worry if your test examiner doesn't talk much. Some will talk to you a little bit at the start to put you at ease, but will then be quiet once the test begins. Also, don't pay attention to if and when they make notes. Just focus on your driving. By the way, if talking to yourself helps you relax, you won't be penalised for this. Part 4. What is the test examiner looking for? Examiners judge every test by the same standards and are trained to be objective and fair. Ultimately, they want you to pass. Throughout the exam, the examiner is looking for good control of the car, great anticipation and observation, and quick, sensible reactions. You should be able to demonstrate smooth acceleration and deceleration, braking, and controlled steering. They want to see you switching gears confidently and being aware of what's around you. Part 5. What is the format of the driving test? The driving test consists of 5 parts. The first is the eyesight check. On the walk from the test centre to the car, the driving examiner will ask you to read a number plate from around 65 feet away. If you fail, you won't be allowed to continue. Next are the show me, tell me questions. The tell me question is before the test starts and involves you explaining how you would carry out a certain safety check or task. For example, how you'd show that your rear brake light is working. The show me question is when you're driving and involves you showing how you would carry out a safety task. For example, cleaning the front windscreen. You'll gain a minor fault if you get a question wrong here. The third part is general driving. The examiner will give you directions and you may be asked to carry out a hill start, pull out from behind a parked car, or perform an emergency stop. The examiner will also ask you to perform a reversing manoeuvre. You will either pull up on the right hand side of the road, reverse for a few meters and rejoin traffic, reverse park into a bay, or parallel park. The final part of the test is independent driving. The examiner will give you a destination, which you'll need to get to by following road signs or a sat-nav which will be set up for you. This will take around 20 minutes. You'll need to select the correct gears, respond to any unexpected incidents, and carefully plan upcoming manoeuvres. In particular, you should be aware of stopping distances, the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, as well as correct use of your mirrors and signals. Part 6. Faults. Lastly, let's talk about the 3 types of faults that you could get if you make a mistake. The first is a driving fault, also known as a minor fault. This could be for stalling, failing to check your mirrors often enough, or hesitating. You can make 15 of these. The second is a serious fault. This is given when you've done something potentially dangerous, and you'll fail your driving test if you get one of these. For example, pulling into a quiet road without checking your mirrors. The last is a dangerous fault. This denotes an action that is dangerous to you, the examiner, a member of the public, or property. It is an instant fail. For example, driving out in front of another vehicle. Often, the examiner will take over control of the vehicle and drive it back to the test centre. If you fail, you can book a new test at least 10 working days away. However, it could be a good idea to wait a little longer, so you have more time to practice. Finally, good luck!